Nigeria will only work based on collaboration. We need to start with a mindset shift. There needs to be a shift, in our mindsets to say we need to all see what we can do collaboratively to move Nigeria forward. Now, what am I saying? Without a doubt, this country is replete with talent. We've seen it across board. We've seen that Nigerians will find a way to try and make things work. How about we now bring that and we look to how we can scale it up? We need enabling environment from the government to be able to scale a lot of those things up. From the private sector, we need a private sector that's willing to unleash their own size, what they know how to do best, and collaborate with the government. Let's take access to finance. What are the limiting factors and what do we need to be able to do to ensure that access to finance is not just at the top of the pyramid, but really trickles all the way down? Without a doubt, SMEs are the engine of any economy. A population of 200 plus million people. We need to find people who will be job creators, not everybody looking to apply for jobs. Some people must create the jobs. I'm particularly enthused at what I see as the young talent in Nigeria, of which there's so many of them. I'm enthused at what I see them doing. They get up and they decide, we will create the jobs. They're creating new markets. They're creating new sectors for us. Now, what does the federal government need to do? Simply enable that and then give them room to run. Applaud when it's working. There are times perhaps when we must look at concessions to say, well, this is the intent. This is what we're trying to achieve. What do we need to put in place to help them? We will need to buy some time, without a doubt, to be able to see the reforms, bear fruit. And I'm very optimistic about Nigeria. I remain extremely optimistic about Nigeria. People talk about the Japa syndrome. Well, I jackpad and I jackpadad. No, I didn't actually jackpad, but I worked abroad and I came back. There are many stories that abound of people who worked abroad and, we were doing really well, but we felt we had to come back to contribute. I believe that we must allow the innovation and the talent in this country come to the fore. If you look for the silver lining, you will find it. And therefore, what I think that Nigerians can do individually is this. Rather than us, sit in our different armchairs in our different living rooms across the country complaining, look at where you can plug in. There's a dearth of, whether it be volunteers or voices that both critique and proffer solutions. We need to redress that balance and look for a lot more who are willing to proffer solutions. I believe that there are many platforms by which people can contribute. It starts with us deciding, this is my country. I should have a say. I have something to add. I have something to contribute. And everybody does. The countries that are doing better than us across Africa, they don't have better people. They don't necessarily have better resources. They don't necessarily have better management. Perhaps they have a better followership where the laws have been laid down and people abide by it. Where, for example, you have decided collectively as a whole that we will be a nation that will be devoid of certain things and people actually do deliver to that. I think that's what people should ask themselves. In their own corners where we cannot see them, are they doing those things that they're trying to hold government or private sector or CSO accountable